Do they roll the haggises down there once they've caught them?
Haggis factory.
Yeah.
Haggis factory.
Must be the biggest one in the world.
A lot of people think it's humane.
I mean, yeah.
Factory haggis. Breeding.
Must be one of the top exports.
It's up there with rhubarb, which is also cool.
Yeah, that's lovely, isn't it?
Not bad at all.
Not bad to be a haggis. So the audio wasn't too great there, but we were just saying what a fantastic facility this is. It's the world's largest haggis factory, and these elusive creatures are found high in the hillside, and they have one side of their legs, so the right legs are either longer than their left legs or vice versa, depending on the species, and that allows them to run round the hill, but of course they can only run round the hill one way, either clockwise or anti-clockwise, depending on the species that they are. And what happens is the haggis hunters go high in the hillside and they set the traps on one side of the hill and chase the haggises round into these traps, and once they've got them, they then roll them down these pipes which go about 900 foot up the mountain. They roll them down to the factory where they're processed. It really is a fantastic facility to have on the shores of Loch Lomond. Anyway, back to today, and on the Saturday there'd been quite a lot of snow down to a low level across Scotland, so we decided to head through, as you've guessed already from the intro, to the shores of Loch Lomond and head up a hill in the Arrochar Alps. It was quite a snowy drive through, but I was soon heading down towards Inveruglis, where the car park and the start of the walk begins, and it's also the site of that famous haggis factory with the pipes that go up the hill. So I pulled in here and waited for Jerry to come. Oh, just arrived at Inveruglis, and it's raining here. There was more snow back in the eastern side when I left Perthshire, and it's been quite snowy coming through. To be fair, there's a bit of snow on the side of the roads, and I think there's going to be lots of snow up the hill. And today I'm going up a hill I've not been up. Oh, I'll pop it up on the screen when I was last here. It was one of the first set of Munros I did when I first started Munro bagging and hill walking, and I remember going down this triplet of hills and being caught out in a thunderstorm. I don't think I've ever been so scared in my life on the third peak. But today we're just heading up the first one, and it's called Ben Vane, and it's going to be a snowy hike today. There's been a lot of snow falling yesterday. Although it's raining down here, this rain will be falling as snow up there. So that's what we're doing, and that's where we're going, and I'm just going to wait for Jerry. I'm meeting him here in about 20 minutes. So I'm going to get my gear on, all set to go. Boots on, winter woolies on, goggles, all the necessary bits and bobs that you need for winter hiking. It's lovely. So yeah, I'll tell you another thing which has been quite good. It's been daylight all the way through. We're not long away from the spring equinox, so it's been a pleasure driving through, not too dark, and yeah, it makes all the difference really. But anyway, I'm starting to waffle now, so I'm going to shut up, get ready and head up the hill. Woo! Right. Oh, looks miserable. Although we were now officially into spring, it was still cold, and when I got out of the car it was chucking it down with rain. And as always, we'd checked all the forecasts and we knew that higher up the mountain there was going to be no sign of spring, and winter was still in its full grip. So we got I got all my winter gear on as if it was a proper winter day, because you never know, once you get up there it might be nice and warm down the car park and spring-like and what have you, but you can get caught out, and I have been there, not taking ice axe or crampons with me. So ever since, you learn from your mistakes. Ever since, for the last, 20 years, I've always had the crampons and ice axe well into April and May, to be honest with you. Anyway, got my gear on, and Jerry soon arrived in the steaming bootsmobile, and we set off up the hill. And it was a bit changeable. It was lovely, some rainbows, and we could see the snow-covered hill ahead of us. And we headed up the tarred road that takes you past the power station and what have you, and we were soon on the hillside. We've started the climb now, up Ben Vane. You can see Jerry up behind me there, starting to make up, and we're into the snow now. It's just beautiful. There's a few showers coming and going, still rain down here, so the snow's all soft, kind of hoping it gets a bit colder at the top to get the crampons on. But what a viewpoint down the glen we came up, and the sun's shining, a croy over there. Lovely, what a day to be out. So let's see if the weather improves or if it gets worse. Only one way to find out, and that's to crack onto the top. The snow was certainly spring-like on the lower parts of the mountain, and you had to watch your footing. It was quite slippy and unconsolidated and hiding some holes and what have you. But it was lovely. The whole of the Arrochar Alps round about us, and Ben Vane translates to the middle, and it really is the middle hill in the Arrochar Alps. You've got another 3 Munros and of course some Corbetts, most notably the Cobbler, a fantastic mountain in amongst Corbetts. Anyway, halfway up the lower slopes you come to this overhang or cave, which is a grand place to stop and take some shelter and perhaps get a bite to eat before tackling the steeper slopes of Ben Vane. So here we are in a wee cave, a wee overhang. It's lovely and it's providing some lovely shelter for us. I'm just going to stop here and get something to eat and get a bit of energy inside us. It's quite nice here, Jerry, isn't it?
It's lovely. It's a nice wee shelter that's on stormy days. It's worth knowing about. Yeah. Just where the initial ridge meets the side of the hill.
Yeah.
Been in here a few times.
It's steep from here on in, isn't it? It's a steep bit coming up.
It gets steep. It gets steep.
Quite
a tropical wee cave.
Isn't it?
Ferns growing up in the back under there.
Dripping away here, eh? Having nice icicles and colder conditions.
So chalk bag and done a bit of bowl down here.
It's quite dry here, isn't it? It's not dry out there. Anyway, it's steep bit here, so a wee bite to eat here, get some more energy inside us, and then tackle these snowy slopes up to the summit. Lovely. After having a bite to eat in the cave, we headed out, and almost immediately when you exit this part of the walk, the ground gets a bit steeper. And we're still quite low down in the mountain, the snow was still quite soft, so it was hard going, to be honest with you, and we were really hoping that as we got higher up the mountain it would get a bit more consolidated and better for walking on, really. But it was still lovely, and there was little bits of sunshine coming and going. We didn't have any luck, didn't see any haggises today. There was still quite a lot of snow, and at this time of year they still have their winter coats on, so they're quite hard to see. Give it another few weeks and they start to turn their coats from white, that's arctic white, to grey and brown, and you can usually pick them up quite easily on snow patches at that point, but not today. So we headed up and you could see Loch Sloy in the background, and the dam there actually generates the energy for the haggis factory, making it a really sustainable and profitable business. We stopped here because it wasn't very windy, and all of a sudden, oh no, there we are. The sun is back out, so we're high on Ben Vane. You can probably see behind me. You can see Loch Arclet and down to Loch Catron and what have you, and then down behind me this way, Loch Lomond or Arrochar. You can see where we are. There's Jerry there, just heading up the slope. Fantastic fun. So, not sure how far. How far, do you think, Jerry?
Oh, more than you think. Maybe half an hour.
Half an hour to the top. So we might get views at the top because this weather is slightly improving. Slowly but surely, so anyway, let's go. The higher we got and the snow started to get better and better, that melting slushy stuff at the bottom was firming up as the temperatures dropped as we gained height. And although Ben Vane isn't that high, in fact it's one of the lowest Munros, it just pops in at 3,002 foot, making it a Munro by a mere 2 foot. It still commands respect. It's quite a knobbly mountain, quite rugged, and as you get up the mountain there's certainly steepening parts and crags that you have to find your way in and about, and with a coating of snow there was no path to follow, and with the cloud coming down visibility was reduced. We did have to get the mapping compass out a couple of times to make sure we were going in the right direction. We were high in the mountain now, and we really did have to be careful. It was a bit of mountaineering up here. I wouldn't have fancied being up here without the ice axe and crampons and what have you, but we were soon approaching the summit. And the Arrochar Alps are well known for the development of winter mountaineering and climbing and all sorts of outdoor activities, mainly due to the cobbler, but it sometimes frustrates me that the recognition of the development of the haggis business in Scotland and worldwide hasn't been recognised more. It's kind of been overshadowed by the climbing achievements of the pioneers, early pioneers in Scotland. But yeah, we should remember that the whole worldwide haggis industry had its roots here, right on the shores of Loch Lomond. And with that in mind, I did my haggis dance as I approached the summit of Ben Vane. That's us on the top of Ben Vane! And it's a bit breezy up here. It's really been quite mountaineering like the last few bit, hasn't it? It's been good. Axe was out, really better snow towards the top. I think the tricky part is going to be getting back down. This is only halfway. So we're going to drop down a wee bit, get a wee bit of shelter with a bit of view, stop there for a sandwich, get out of this wind. Yeah. So we get cracked on? Let's go! Let's go! Whew! Let's just walk. We picked our way off the summit and put our crampons on for the descent. There was a few icy steps that, yeah, the crampons just made life easier going down, and we were soon descending quickly and we could see Loch Lomond and the Trossachs National Park before us. And it warmed up really quickly. We'd left the summit in winter, and by the time we were back down on the lower slopes it was definitely spring, and with our base layers on, and all that snow that we trudged through a few hours before was now gone. Spring was on its way. Good, Jerry, isn't it?
Great fun.
Fantastic. What are you having for tea tonight?
Well, I thought I might have some haggis.
What was the haggis factory? Well, we're going to see if there's any seconds.
You get the seconds, the bashed ones.
The ones that didn't stop when they come out the bottom of the pipes.
Come down the pipes too fast and sell them off as seconds. It's quite good actually.
Yeah, good business. So we'll pop in here. It's a big haggis factory. Yeah. When we get to the end of it, you'll see the pipes. You might see them in the
world's biggest haggis factory.
World's biggest.
Not really a factory, it's a hatchery.
It's a hatchery, right? Yeah. We didn't see any on the hill today. They're quite elusive animals, but very tasty to eat. Yeah. There's the pipes. No, you can see them yet. See the pipes? Oh, maybe they've disappeared.
The pipes.
You hear the pipes? There's the pipes. You see the pipes? The haggis just come rolling down there. The ones that don't stop at the end, they keep on falling down. They get spoiled. Sell them off cheap. Right.
Because the tourists will not buy the day.
It's for the locals. I'm not taking this too far. Right. We're really back in the car. We've had a fab day. And haggis for tea. Goodbye. Stay safe out there.